Hello and welcome back to PCMT NA Season 3 Week whatever it is. We have DFM versus Navi today in a fight for the last playoff spot in Group Omega. I'm Fuzzy the Cat, joined here by K-Spars. How are you doing?
Doing good. This is gonna be a fun matchup. The no actual Valorant intelligence versus a Dementia team, so mentally problematic teams.
They're having a bit of a time on the brain side. Hopefully their aim can take over for them. One of these teams will be eliminated from playoffs after this game, and it will actually no, not necessarily. It's a bit convoluted to see how it goes. If Navi win one map this series, they are guaranteed the fourth slot in playoffs. If DFM win 2-0 today, they then have to win 2-0 against Team Entropy, in which case there will be like a three or four-way head-to-head with teams that are 3 and 4, at which point it would go to it would go to head-to-head, but there's like sort of a rock, paper, scissors thing going on there, so then it goes to map differential. Therefore, if Navi win one map today, or if DFM win 2-0 and lose one map to Team Entropy, Navi would qualify through map differential. So DFM, their fate is still in their hands, but it will take 2-0 today and 2-0 against Entropy in order to keep their playoff hopes alive.
And we're starting off with Lotus, which DFM has a 33% win rate, and Navi has a, kill me, this is for Valencia, a 6-7% win rate on Lotus. So DFM starting off with a tough map first. But Navi lost against TS and they got destroyed.
I was gonna say, Navi did not look comfortable on Lotus versus Team Slug Show. They lost, I believe, 13-3. Linus was not thriving in that game. I don't expect to see anything like that from him again, but it was a rough one. Yeah, it'll be interesting, though, to see if Navi are able to bounce back or if this is actually sort of a hole in their map pool. After that, though, we head to Split, where both of these teams are, I don't know. Someone who knows things, say things.
Well,
no one knows things. I'm pulling up the glorious website, PCMT.gg. Thank you, Sting and Toxic. Looks like Navi on Split have banned it 4 times and never played it. How insightful. Meanwhile, DFM on Split have banned it 3 times, played it once, and they won 3 rounds. So that is inspiring from both teams.
But both of these teams haven't played Summit either, so
this is true. If we are able to make it to Summit, well, it will be sad for DFM, but it'll be an exciting match.
Yes. Also for our viewers, Sting is lurking somewhere in China. So they're playing with Kenya, so Sting is having a long lurk to China to learn how to play Valorant, Chinese Valorant, for playoffs.
Sting is there to save EDG.
Yes.
What they needed, he's gonna teach nobody how to play the best lurking Sova you've ever seen in your life. So far, only 2 Navi players are actually here in the lobby. Make that 3, so we'll continue to waffle on for a bit while we wait for everyone to get here. This is me yelling at, well, Knight's here, but he's the coach, so that doesn't really matter. Let's see, who's not here? Linus isn't here?
I blame Ian.
Lazy's not here.
Ian said before this game, we're going to start on time.
Oh, wait, Linus is here. He's on the wrong side. Never mind.
To be fair, the only reason we're not starting on time is not because of us. That's all that matters.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
One of these days, I'll think of something else to say. But in the meantime, we can just listen to this glorious, I assume, non-copyrighted music. Unless it is copyrighted, in which case, unlucky. Ian says it's not copyrighted.
It's like this. It's like the Sliggy approach. Ian makes his own music, copyrights PCMT, and then Ian makes the money out of the copyright. So, you know.
EA? Oh, Ian. I thought EA was Electronic Arts somehow became the developer of Valorant without me noticing.
True.
That was
I meant
was
Ian.
news to me. At
A
least
lot.
4. Guys, I got the Kuronami Vandal yesterday. How do we feel about that?
Pronomi's nice. That's a nice gun.
I've been rocking the black and blue glitch pop for a while. I've been sort of learning how to Vandal spray again, and then I feel like I need to get back to a one-tap gun. So I Kuronami popped up yesterday, and I was like, whoa, that's a thing. I'm also playing for the next couple of weeks from my girlfriend's house, where I'm on a terrible laptop and also Wi-Fi. So like about every 30 seconds, I get high ping and bad network connection alerts in the top right, which is awesome. But okay, quick update. We are flaming. This is the JP call out, who will be subbing for DFM today in a team deathmatch. So everyone at JP in the Plat chat server and say pee pee poo poo JP.
It has to be JP.
We need. Where's the levitating pizza guy that ad? We need the levitating pizza guy. I knew at one point, and I've since forgotten. I was there when it was added, but I just genuinely don't remember. Absolute tragedy.
For those who know.
What, like all of it? What can't they hear? Oh, okay, so we're just schizo streaming, but I mean, that's fine. That's nothing new.
Well, that's what happens when you're.
Michael. Nope. Dude, JP isn't the longest TDM of Valorant history. What is this? Surely. Knight is usually the coach,
Knight is
but he
playing.
appears to be in for lazy. So
What we
I
saw
mean,
from
Knight
last
was low
night-
key popping off yesterday. Yeah. So if he's able to replicate that performance, you know, that would be good for Na'Vi. But also famously, Knight is much better on teams that he is not actually on. So we'll see if he's able to keep that performance up, or if he will revert back to his playing on a team he's supposed to be on status quo. Well, see, the thing is, I wasn't there, so I've only seen his Baka performances and his sub performances this season. So like, I'm ignoring the fact that he was good before. See, well, I mean, the difference of being on 120 ping versus
Normal
whatever less than that. I mean, you just have to change up your playstyle. Like, he becomes a shotgun abuser, which is very unpleasant to play against, but also highly effective. Like, I'm not saying that he is wrong to do so. I'm just saying it pisses me off.
So that's FSG.
Odin, famously the high ping weapon of choice. Maybe. Looks like we are potentially getting ready checks from our teams. This is exciting. We live in a society. We are going, says Ian. Let's go. Let's watch some Lotusi.
I come back to Lotusi. What?
I'm so excited,
What?
guys. See what these comps look like. JP on the Neon, unsurprising. Haskan, nothing looking too out of the ordinary for DFM. Teklo, of course, the world's most confusing Yoru player because he comes out of his ult at horrendous places and then gets 4, which is upsetting to everyone involved. Very fun to watch, but also quite confusing.
Minus Jet?
Linus Jet would be very interesting. I would expect not that, if I'm honest. But you know, we'll find out. DFM fully locked in, running the double duelist with the Neon and the Yoru. Knight back on the Neon, so if he's feeling it from yesterday, hopefully he will be good. Interesting, though, to see the actual role swap on Na'Vi. Cassandra previously had been their hard Senti player, and she is now on the Fade. Interesting to see how that plays out. You know, maybe she and K-Dag just feeling like they can get better value by swapping. We'll see how that goes for them. Meanwhile, looks like they're going for a relatively standard comp. Got the Neon instead of the Rays, but otherwise pretty conventional.
Yeah. The JP Knight showdown is going to be an interesting watch.
It
JP,
is
a
gonna
really
be
good
interesting.
shooter. Knight, the judge abuser. Should be-
Oh, let's go. This shit doesn't work. We have to Alt F4 anyways. Incredible. Thanks for trying, Ian. Up
Also,
alting day F4.
Cassandra has just been impressive this season. She's a shooter. She's a crack shooter.
She's been very good. She had a bit of a quiet game against TS, but also she was sort of playing the hard lurk role, and when you're peeking into straight and AV, that's can be tough to get value sometimes. I would expect to see her bounce back closer to what she's been doing for most of their previous games than what we saw last time. Yeah, just loading back into the game. Low client FPS, that's good. Incredible. When I am now following Dementia.
Yes, Kenny's first
Yes.
match was against TS.
Oh, well, never mind. Dementia has exploded. We're so back. Looks like a big A fight incoming for both sides. DFM going to be here with the Euro, Neon, and Fade. And Na'Vi here with the pretty much everyone.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting Rebel fight since you usually see the Raze, Nade, and Seize combo, but this time it's gonna be a Flash with a Seize. So should be an interesting fight for Rebel.
We've seen stuns coming out from both sides. Paranoia also. K-Dag walking up B, but most of the action is still happening over towards this Rebel side. So pushed off the line by a Prowler. Na'Vi looked to go into this B split. JP and Masao, though, both getting picks. Masao with 2 on the Bandit. Longclaw used the blind. Suddenly it's a 2v4 for Na'Vi. They have isolated Teklo, get the first pick, but get the second. It's into a 1v2 now for Kenny S.
Toxin screen down. Spike planted.
Fast Cannon, Longclaw, the 2 last alive. Grouping up towards Stairs, rather. Kenny S has the right read here, sees the first, but unable to connect the shots. Longclaw with a nice headshot to clean up the pistol for who's playing? The Dementia found
DFM.
me, DFM.
The Dementia has hit Fuzzy. What? Oh, good. DFM just having. I want to shout out Haskan. Haskan pushing out the C mount, getting all the info that Na'Vi was not on C, and just having DFM on the B side and A side. Na'Vi tried to pivot to B, but unable. Ran into Masao with Deadly with the Bandit, straight into Teklo. So good signs from DFM.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Na'Vi start to use this Viper. I'd sort of expect them to maybe concede that A space early and then sort of re-clear it using that wall. But we'll see how that goes in the long run. Na'Vi, meanwhile, going for the classic, we have bad guns, let's go B strat. Already smoked off by Longclaw and letting Kenny work up a route by himself. We will have heard the Longclaw able to connect on some spam through the smoke, but trade's going even so far. Teklo, though, swinging out of the baby door and unable to find anything. JP, though, gets 2 with the Spectre. Teklo not expecting the close angle, but it's all onto K-Dag here and will be collected by Masao. Decent economic damage by Na'Vi, but still a second round on the board for DFM.
K-Dag hitting nasty shots with the classic. Good job from DFM reading the push on B. Hascam putting pressure on the door and Masao pushing off that info, that sound cue. So, but costly.
It's costly. Interesting to see what Na'Vi are able to do now that they have guns in hand. This will be the bonus for DFM, and looking like they're not investing too heavily into it. Longclaw
Another curious note
going with a
is
stinger, but yeah, go ahead.
Na'Vi
sorry.
has no flash to get off the smokes. The only flash they have is the paranoia. So,
Well, they have Vice as well, but no pop flashes. DFM again taking this early A space, and all of it being given up pretty freely by Na'Vi. Knight baits out some of the Vice util on C. Navi are playing so grouped up, though. They really don't have any info towards A or B. Knight now looking to clear into that front B site, but Haskan's position now noted, and Kadeg with the nice shot gets the pick. So, spamming a bit with the Guardian from Waterfall, but not finding anything just yet. Knight stunned up here, using the wall to block off the sight lines. Double flank here from DFM. Teklo taking a lot of spam damage here. Masao now walking through Waterfall. Or not quite yet. Nice flash out from Teklo. So Kadeg gets the first. Cassie gets the second. And the trades go in the favor of Navi. Fairly clean anti-bonus round overall.
That was evidence of our worth. Now
Navi is pressuring the C side, getting Haskan out, is killing Haskan, and good post plants there from Navi. That was bad weapons on DFM, so should be interesting to see how DFM adjusts now since they have rifles.
Interesting to see what they do, and they now have the op in the hands of JP as well over towards C. We'll see if he's able to find an early pick there, or it will be more of the same. No one breaking that haunt there for Linus. TP's across the rubble. This fight, bit of a stalemate early on. Navi still moving forward, and Knight gets the first pick onto Teklo.
There.
Haskan, though, has a lot of space out of B, and with JP still on the C line, these other two players from Navi know that they can stay A, although they may be looking to get out of the site and play for a retake. We'll see. Haskan now looking to trip the wall on the flank, and he has done so. Navi have the player advantage, but they are fully boxed into this A site unless they choose to go through the door to B, which it looks like they are now doing. And Kadeg finds Haskan on the flank as well.
I'm out of here.
Top now noted.
Spike planted.
JP not finding anything through the smoke. Knight actually pushing this heaven position. Unable to connect, but Masao and Longclaw good for the trades, but Masao the only one left now from this Hobbit position.
I'll find you.
The drop down. Haunt broken by Linus. High-low should be unbreakable for Masao unless there's some mixture of catastrophic whiffage and nice shots from Masao. There will be no such thing as Cassandra cleans up the kill. And Navi get their second round.
Navi with this group push mentality, it's actually working. DFM is just too spread out, not getting enough info of where Navi is, and Haskan doing a good job of lurking, tripping the wall. Unfortunately, couldn't get the kill on Kadeg, but I think DFM needs to be a little bit more proactive on getting the info. Just pinch Navi.
Stingers, Marshall, and a Bandit for DFM, and Knight bringing out the old faithful Judge. Or again, seeing the classic, someone has bad guns, it's a B hit. Not necessarily a hit, but taking early B main space.
Cover going out.
Presence now heard by DFM. So spotted by the Prowler, no connection or kill found just yet. JP spotted out by Kenny S towards A. The rest of Navi now moving towards the C site where the rest of the Vice setup is for DFM. While not yet tripped. Knight messing around on the front B site. Now opening the door, but this wall is still here, as are the thorns. It's going to make it tough to execute into the site. Knight's in alone, and the Judge is good. Gets the first pick. Teklo's position close, noted. Cassie gets the pick. It's the 5v3 in the post plant for Navi. JP, position now noted. Almost got creative there. Linus, having a bit of fun there, ends up actually getting the kill in the end, and it is a team ace flawless round for Navi.
Navi is working the map. figuring out where DFM is set up and just rush Haskan out of the seaside. Knight being the the nuisance that he normally is of just that neon judge combo.
Yeah, that is a bit concerning for me. I know DFM were on the lower weapons that round, but even then, the not being able to really capitalize off of the Vice setup they have on C. Anyways, DFM going for a push out C, where there will be no one to meet them. All 5 of Na'Vi running down this A main site once again. Haskan playing from stairs. Teklo in tree. Does have the TP to get back to safety and spawn. But if they go now, there will only be one to meet them on site. Haskan gets the first pick. Teklo gets the second and gets out. It's a 5v3 now for DFM. Excellent work by those side anchors. Linus is in the back site. DFM does have also the
Bring them down.
Nightfall
Spike planted.
and
We'll catch them.
Leon ult, which will be invested both. JP gets the first pick onto Linus, traded by K-Dag, but the blind is good. Cassandra and K-Dag doing work on the site.
One enemy
K-Dag
remaining that's ready.
spotted out, and Haskan, nice shots, gets both to clean it up.
Great job from DFM just getting Knight and then using 2 ults there, but you know, Steel Guardian was used for Na'Vi to try to stall, but once you with JP investing that overdrive, push through the Steel Guardian. Good recovery from DFM.
Wall set.
Yeah, important round for them to win. Their economy is still a little rough, and Na'Vi will have a bye for a while. Knight on 6k, still going for the judge. You gotta respect it at this point. Meanwhile, a couple of regen shield and Teklo down onto a Spectre on the side of DFM. Knight already fast into the front side of B. Tagged down low by Masao and traded out by Longclaw. Longclaw gets 2, in fact, in front B. K-Dag gets 1 more towards C. This fight, chaotic, unable to pinch. Linus gets the blind off in time and gets the pick onto Masao. Risky TP there, but gets out in time, and K-Dag gets the pick. Spike, though, in the control of Longclaw for now, who is on relatively low HP, but might be able.
Last player standing.
Never mind. He is not able. Great flash placement from K-Dag to draw the crosshair up. Great swing timing from Linus. And it's now onto Haskan in the 1v2. Position will even be noted by Na'Vi after tripping this wall. And they know that they have time to set up on C. However, they feel like, looks like they're actually going to be playing for backside here.
Spike planted. Cover going out.
Haskan might just be going for the save here. Money's looking pretty rough for DFM.
Yeah, DFM we're close to winning in this wave. Change of plans.
You know, the old make it look like you're saving and then don't trick. Or the make it look like you're saving, make it look like you're don'ting and then doing again, as appears to be what Haskan is going for in this round.
The mental warfare.
My blind is dead.
Is that the Dementia?
The Dementia.
Could
Was
be
it-
the Dementia.
was it a save?
Dementia might have found him.
Timeout being
Timeout.
called.
What do you think they're talking about here in this timeout, Case Bars?
DFM had a good idea of pushing the C mount and pinching Na'Vi off in that B main control. I think a little bit more proactivity of like taking extremity control, and you know, they had the spike down. A little disconnect between like, should we push Linus and then Linus getting away with it, but I want a little more proactivity out of DFM of like getting the main controls.
Yeah, I agree. They had a lot of success in the pistol with that A main fight. They might be considering going back to it. Looks like they will be able to get a buy up for most players. They do have the Omen Vice and Yoru ults online. Teklo could go for a cheeky play with a Bucky or some other similar weapon. We'll see if that comes into play. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
K-Big, 7 rounds in, is already at 11-4. Looks like so far at least, the role switch for Na'Vi really working out in their favor.
Yeah.
There.
Fem sort of pressuring A here, but really only investing that Neon Wall, and in fact that's enough to send Na'Vi running to the C site. But there's only Longclaw here to receive them. Does invest the blind, but Knight makes it into sight, and Longclaw has to play his life. It's going to be a 5v5 retake. Unless some of the spam from Waterfall is able to connect. Kenny S, though, investing the Viper's Pit. Tagged up a little bit, but nothing majorly concerning. JP is going for the long flank here, and Longclaw hovering from the shadows will be spotted out by Kenny S. Interesting decision to take that there. Teklo coming out of that ult in the Viper's Pit, gets the headshot, but with only the Stinger to work with, it's not enough to connect for the kill. Hascan gets it spammed through the smoke, but Kenny S in the Viper's Pit with the shorty is enough to close out the round. That's 3 ults invested that round, if I'm not mistaken, from DFM, and nothing to show for it.
Steel Garden, Omen Old, Yorul. Oh, Longclaw sticking on that in the Viper's Pit. Oh, this was a Dementia round.
It was. I was sort of interested to see. They didn't fully commit to that A fight, but then even with them sort of faking it, they didn't have anything to receive that rotate on C. So
There.
we'll see if they're able to clean up a bit. There are 2 walking out front B, which could be potential for a trade onto K-Dag. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, the rest of Na'Vi just making their way downtown through the A site. Hascan moved his setup over towards A now.
Smart move.
And JP finds the pick onto
Shortcut.
K-Dag. Front B, the rest of Na'Vi, that's their call to speed up, but Hascan's delayed, doing a decent amount. Being wrapped all the way around. Knight not spotting it, but gets the pick onto Teklo anyway. Kenny S trade is good through door.
There.
Numbers favoring Na'Vi once again. Open plant for them.
Spike
There is a
planted.
flank coming down here for Longclaw. Not noted yet, but Knight gets another pick in heaven on Masao.
One enemy remaining.
JP goes down to Knight as well. It's all onto Longclaw here with the Stinger. Unlikely to be able to close out the round here, maybe just playing for exits. Or going down to the spike, should they go out the other way. Not spotted by the Haunt, but Sandra spots him out and is able to clean it up. 6-3 now for Na'Vi.
DFM had a good idea of pushing this Longclaw, pushing C mound, getting the kill on Kata on B, but poor Hascan and Teklo just facing the full brunt of Na'Vi on the A side. The rotations were a little slow there from DFM of supporting the A side, but
Things coming out towards Mound from DFM looking like they're going for a bit more of that C aggression that had worked for them in the past. And leaving A down to Hascan. Did have reasonably good delay on that earlier. This time it's Kenny S and not K-Dag on the lurk towards B. So clearing that with a Prowler, and I think not actually noting the player. Hascan will be hearing everything, but there's no one here really to support him just yet. Na'Vi actually breaking the door and pivoting to B. There's 3 players on this flank from Na'Vi. Looks like they got caught out by the Vice Wall, though. Masao finds a pick through the smoke. That'll be good for DFM's chances. JP. Will he clear the spot from Kenny? Oh, will Kenny clear the spot from him? Eventually, yes. Kenny actually able to turn in time to find the pick onto Teklo. Longclaw gets a pick onto Haskin, and suddenly we're back into a 2v2. Kenny gets a pick in B main. It's all onto Masao once again. Not sure exactly what happened on that B main fight, but Knight proccing the slide. It's good for the pick onto Masao. 7-3 Na'Vi.
Kenny is just rebounding from last match against Team Slug Show. Now, actually, that was his round. That 3K just hiding on behind the box. Did bait, his team a little bit there, but, made up for it.
It did get a bit scary there with Haskin coming on that, or JP, whoever that was flanking through B main, getting the 2K on site, but Kenny S, his teammates will be more than fine with being baited with the result of that round. And once again, setting up over towards A, and it's going to be just Masao out on C, spotting at least 3 there. Trap play, though, from DFM. Lots of util invested, but the stun from Knight is good. Masao gets one back onto K-Dag. Cassie back onto Masao. Trades going every which way. JP pops the Neon. Oh, gets a third rather, and suddenly it's a 1v1. There will be guns for JP to pick up. His HP is low now, but has no idea where Kenny is. Does have a suspicion, though, and the spike is down in control of JP. Who will round the corner and get the pick onto Kenny and let them know about it as well. Great recovery eco round there for DFM, giving themselves the opportunity to maybe even get 5 on this half, but love that trap play out of them on this mound area.
Minus 5K fine for Na'Vi for the teabag, so.
All set.
Yeah, Na'Vi will be fined for being teabagged. Not sure what Ian's decision behind that
Dementia's hitting
was,
hard,
but Na'Vi though going for a 5-player hit into A, going back to what works, grouping up. Ascan will be hearing this, and there will be players ready here to pinch for DFM. However, Kenny gets the opening pick onto Hascan. Teklo not cleared, gets the first, gets the second, unable to connect the third. Knight gets the trade. The plant will go down for Na'Vi. 3v3 retake now. Some shenanigans going down on the door side. Knight invests the pew-pew, the brrr, as Ulysses might say. Linus TP's out as Knight goes in for the fight, but working out in favor of Na'Vi in the end. JP gets the trade onto Linus. Masao nearly falling off the ledge there, but Knight gets the first just onto Masao, who will connect it. 5 rounds finally connected for DFM, and a great recovery on the half after being down 7-3 at one point.
That's what I liked about DFM is they adapted to Na'Vi. Na'Vi's pushing as a group, and DFM was like, okay, the noise is being A. Let's pinch them. Let's rotate fast enough to pinch Na'Vi, and Teklo getting 2 on that corner, and DFM being there to support right before the plant got planted. So good adaptation from DFM.
We'll see how their attack side looks. Looks like we're going for another classic A fight, although the spike actually sitting with Hascan over towards C, so looks like DFM maybe going to put some early A pressure, hope to draw the rotates, and then send it back towards either the C or B site. Linus, though, here early with the paranoia, TPing across. No one breaking that haunt for him, so he will be stuck at rubble just for now. Masao continuing to show presence here, but the rest of DFM already running over towards C. Masao makes it out without taking any damage. It's going to be a lot of pressure onto K-Dag now. That is not a real person. Shots exchanged, but no damage yet. The site is taken by DFM Knight. takes a headshot through the wall, catches Haskan reloading, but not able to actually connect on the kill. Kadeg gets the first, traded out by Longclaw. Knight, such low HP, as is Kenny S.
Linus flank.
Does get the pick onto Longclaw. Knight gets another onto
Last
Teklo.
player standing.
Haskan, though,
Where are you?
staying strong on the back site. Linus, noted by this taunt. It's a lot of pressure onto him now.
Planted.
Not sure where that smoke was exactly supposed to go, but Masao spots him through the gap and gets the headshot, and suddenly there's a scoreline, which isn't funny at all.
No, it's not. But good rotation, good rotational from DFM. This is what we wanted to see from the defense: is being able to rotate fast. Masao just getting all the attention on a Robo and having the rest of the team just push C. K was stalling for a bit, but DFM was shooting better.
Navi with a 2-1-2 setup on their eco round. Haskan spots out Knight in front B, but nothing majorly of note happening just yet. Linus tries to escape with his life, but unable to make it out. Teklo and JP both connect on those kills. Kenny gets the first onto JP.
Spike planted.
Haskan should have the advantage at long range with that gun. Knight just running it down at him. Goes for the slide, gets the connection with the Bucky. Elects not to pick that Bulldog up, leaving it for his teammate. Longclaw now. A lot of damage done, but able to clean it up, and DFM clean up their eco round, or anti-eco round. Reasonable damage, though, once again done by the side of Na'Vi.
Knight just running it down with that Bucky, getting value with that Bucky. Poor Haskan. But you know, this is the comp for DFM: is explosivity with the flashes of the Yoru, and was able to break that A side, the A side hold.
See if DFM are able to do any damage on this round.
Rip and tear.
Kenny using a nice little lineup that I don't know why it needs to exist, but he did it. You know, lets him get back to be a little faster. It's going to be up to Haskan to pressure this front B site, while the rest of DFM contacting up this B. Clone will be noted. Kadeg making sure that Teklo's not getting up to any funny business there. Following the flash in, JP slides in, gets two with the Bucky, and all of a sudden it's a 5v3 post plant for the side of DFM. Haskan here as well, with the Vice down, has free passage to backstab through Waterfall. Let's see if he's able to get a timing on Cassandra here. Who is being pressured out, but instead she just faces with Util out, and JP finds the pick.
Last player standing.
Linus gets one onto Teklo, but it's the 4K from JP with the one kill from Longclaw, and DFM suddenly
Hi.
have the lead in this map after converting their bonus.
JP took a page out of Knight's strat book. It was like, okay, you want to run with the book? And let me show you how it's done. That 4K. Whew. JP is back.
JP is so back. And in fact, that round forces Na'Vi down onto an eco. Got a couple sheriffs, a couple bandits, and Knight again with the funny gun. It's like they're just looking to punish someone playing alone outside front B. Haskan spots a bunch of them. He's trying now to get away with the spike. Knight here with Bucky, unable to find the connection. That Bucky nerf probably hurting him a bit. Teklo spots Cassandra, and she only has the Bucky to work with. Now taking up the sheriff.
Enemy remaining.
Unable to find anything. It's all on to Kenny
Spike planted.
playing here from stairs. Was hurt a lot, but Masao with the widest swing you will ever see, able to clean up the kill on Kenny eventually, and that's a pretty flawless round from DFM.
Yeah, smart move from Na'Vi. Try to go aggro B, try to get him, you know, unexpected that push, but Haskan did a smart move, just running away from the push, and superior weapons.
Just choked on my water and some of it went up my nose. Feeling awesome right now. Anyways, DFM looking sort of go for this 3-1-1 default style again.
Gotta go.
And Navi not really putting any major pressure towards A. Longclaw here's the clear from Knight and may be able to call them back into C after hearing that Knight had left that. Especially now that Hascan spots him out. Knight taking the duel. Hascan dink to 140. Longclaw working up mound. Not going to be able to spot K-Dag before tripping that wall unless he chooses to DP past it.
It is a deep wall from the K-Deck.
Still a fair... That's true. Could actually sneak past it into water on a very silly timing, but... Meanwhile, the rest of DFM still spread out fairly wide. Tekla going to collect this orb towards A, keeping the presence from Navi, but I think they heard that TP away, and they're now here, ready to flood onto the C site if they choose to go for it. Tekla, invest the Yoru ult. There's 3 past it. Keda gets first. Tekla, once again, popping out of his Yoru ult in the most ridiculous positions. Gets 1, but traded out by Knight. That's on to Masao and Longclaw to find value on this. Knight sliding straight into the crosshairs of Longclaw. Longclaw gets a second onto Linus, and suddenly it's just onto Cassie. Cassie versus Longclaw. Spike is dropped down, but Cassie not positioned. Not predicting the position of Longclaw, but Longclaw runs out of bullets. Clutch for Cassandra.
Good. Oh, unfortunate for Longclaw running out of bullets there the last second. But DFM had the site, but Navi had the information of the push was coming C and the rotates came in just in time to support K-Veg. And Tekla doing his famous Tekla things of getting out of his Yoru in front of someone with a rifle out of all things.
I should have given more credit. Knight was actively taking a fight with someone and he came out behind him, so that was actually a pretty reasonable spot to come out, but you know, it's funny, so.
It is funny.
Anyways, this round is essential for Navi to win here. If they lose, their economy will be back in the dumpster. Prowler clears out the box and spots the player towards front B. Knight choosing to get back a bit. JP gonna trigger out the wall. In fact, just walk past it and find the pick onto K-Dag. Suddenly there's a free C site here for DFM. Navi will be coming back here with some major tools to retake. They do have the Neon ult and the Fade ult here. As long as Knight isn't spammed through the smoke, and instead Knight will find the spam onto Longclaw. Cassie investing the ult as well as Knight. JP will though match it though on the side of DFM. Kenny gets 2 before being traded out by Hascan. Quiets down for a second, but Cassandra gets first onto Hascan. JP gets 1. But in the end, it is Navi coming out on top.
Oh, Knight. Nice spam getting the planter there. Low shaky there from DFM of, yeah, they got the side for killing Kalik, but again, Navi having the ults to stall and shooting the planter made things awkward for DFM.
Breathe deep.
See, it looks like Kenny considering just investing this Viper's Pit over towards C, preventing DFM from making any progress there. We'll see if they're able to deal with that in some way. Meanwhile, the rest of Navi, pretty significant stack over towards this A site. But leaving it early off of really no info. Not sure what the call there is. Maybe Knight having just a bit of an ADHD moment.
Like Linus using the Omen ult to get the info that DFM is on A. So
I mean, perhaps thinking that they might rotate off after being spotted, but they look to just be committing in. Cassandra able to deal with the Prowler, and suddenly it's a B split coming here from DFM. Investing the Nightfall, making sure they know the site is clear. Kadeg, though, taking the timing out of heaven with that neon wall. Knight gets the first. Kenny gets a pick. Trades, though, coming out for DFM.
30 seconds left.
Kenny's position isolated with the Judge in main. Thorn in the side of DFM, and Linus flooding out of heaven with the Paranoia, but Teklo finds the pick onto Knight. It's all onto Kenny now with just the Classic to work with at long range, and they might be able to run him down. Does manage to grab the Phantom, but tagged up by the Prowler, and Teklo gets the pick. Eventually, 10-9 lead reclaimed by DFM.
You all can't see that because you're looking at game directly, but Teklo just looked into the camera and held up a 4.
A 4K. Was it? I wasn't paying attention.
I knew how to do it.
Cutting through.
Yeah.
Anyways, big push coming out of the seaside here for Na'Vi, who are on a bit of a low buy. Spots 2 from Hascan. Knight gets the first pick onto him, and Na'Vi really should just be running their heads into this A site after spotting at least 3, maybe even 4 flanking them. However, delayed by this wall. They'll be able to get this tree space. It's all onto Kadeg to play this backside anchor position. Hits a nasty shot onto JP. Invests the Steel Garden. Longclaw, though, the jumping shot gets first onto Knight. Sao with just the Classic onto Kenny.
Planted.
And as the Steel Garden fades, it's an advantage position still for DFM with the gun advantage. Linus, though, gets a spy onto Masao through the box. This isn't over just yet. Sandra only the Ghost to work with, though. Spots out the shoulder of Longclaw.
Last player standing.
Traded.
One enemy
The wide swing is
remaining.
good from Cassie, and Teklo's on such low HP, but he's going for the full wrap. Never mind. And Linus thinks he's stuck in tree, not predicting the position that he's out on site, and Teklo, with the low HP, able to clean it up. That was just an eco for Na'Vi, but still, it's another round win for DFM.
Never underestimate Na'Vi. Even though they're in an eco, they will run you down.
They will run you down, but not quite enough, as it turns out.
Another 5K
know.
fine. Another 5K fine for Teklo for shooting the body of Linus. Because remember, Teklo lost against Linus on the skirmish, so a little bit of revenge there.
This isn't like the essential round to win here for Na'Vi. If they lose this, their economy is fully broken again. They'll be forced to go into match point with disadvantaged guns. Hascan spots the shoulder of Knight, who is just sending it out B.
Next.
No support. Teklo, meanwhile, executing onto the C site, and Hascan gets the pick onto Knight. Teklo coming out of the thing again, and somehow gets the pick onto Linus while fully blind. The C's doing a lot of work out of Masao. Suddenly just all onto Cassandra, and
Spike planted.
Kenny
Last
make
player
that just
standing.
Kenny, as he may look to just have to save this Phantom, but he's trapped in by this Shear. Let's predict the position from Masao, from Hascan rather, who says, you know what, maybe I don't want to take a 1v1 against the Immortal player. Instead, it will be JP to draw the crosshair and Masao to get the trade. And Na'Vi,
Match point.
in a dire situation. Looks like they will be able to force up a couple of rifles, but they're going to have to forego some of the util, though. Linus going for the Ares, hashtag Ares out for Shishi.
Ares out for Shishi. Teklo blinded up, but still being able to outspray an Odin in front of him. That's what
That
we
was-
see.
I would love to see that one from Linus's POV. Anyways, a lot of pressure coming down onto Cassandra here on the A site to withstand this hit. Hunt does spot out a few members of DFM. Kenny spamming through the smoke to the Sheriff, but is instead the one to take that chip damage. Hot Hands, not Hot Hands. That's the Phoenix thing. Neon's thing involved
Overdrive.
JP.
Overdrive.
Thank you so much. Meanwhile, Knight with the drive-by on Hascan on the flank. There are numbers here for Na'Vi, but again, they have the gun disadvantage. JP on lower health. That blind, though, missing Teklo, but unable to draw the crosshair across Masao, though. Good for it on site. JP finds a pick onto Knight. Kenny gets the first onto JP, but has to reload.
One
Meanwhile,
enemy
the rest
remaining.
of DFM fighting for backside, and suddenly it's all onto Kenny with just the Sheriff. Masao, tap, 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 gets the
Attackers
cleanup
win.
kill, and DFM take map 1. 13-9.
Clean from DFM. Their attack was just superb. Na'Vi had no idea. They tried to go in aggro, they tried to go in slow. DFM was just superior there. Tekla with that Yoru, just opening up the side. Masao also with the fade util. Just woo.
Yeah, really
Tekla there
impressive out of-
fell asleep there on that hold on heaven, but you know, he had his team to
It
support
was
him.
it was a little whiffy, but the rest of his team had his back. You know, DFM had won Lotus Map 1 previously in their series, I believe, against 100 Tonys, and then sort of looked very strong on that map and then ended up falling flat on the second two. So hopefully they'll be able to carry the momentum with them this time. Meanwhile, Na'Vi will be trying to keep their destiny in their own hands rather than having to rely on Team Entropy to win a map for them. We'll see whether they're able to do that after this quick break. Welcome back to No Actual Valorant Intelligence versus Dementia Found Me. The Dementia has not caught up to them just yet, as DFM take their map pick of Lotus 13-10, and now it is on to Na'Vi to keep their own destiny in their own hands. Well, 13-9, I was close. If Na'Vi are able to win this map, they secure their spot in playoffs. But if DFM take the series 2-0, Na'Vi will have to put all of their hopes into Team Entropy to take a map off of DFM, who have looked... Well, Entropy have been uninspiring so far. They could inspire Na'Vi, but we'll... that remains to be seen. Na'Vi, though, hoping to take Split and keep that control all to themselves instead.
JP.
Let's go.
And JP 26-19.
He's back.
So good job from DFM. Good teamwork on that game, the post plans. And then Split, DFM got 13-3 on Split. And Na'Vi permaban Split, so all bangers end on Split. Or
Na'Vi will hope that this banger does not end on Split and will in fact go the distance to Summit, but they will have to fight through a DFM who look quite strong, honestly, off of that. Super sub JP coming in with 26-19, getting 6 first kills, really doing pretty much all you could ask for from him.
Yeah, the duo of Teklo, JP, just that explosivity on that attack side just threw a big wrench on Na'Vi's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the Euro pick not quite as common as it was a year ago or even just half a year ago, but DFM not forgetting how valuable that Euro ult can be to clear sites, get all that info out, and then Teklo always manages to get one somehow after popping out of it. So, that pick really working in the advantage of DFM.
And also Teklo using his Euro clone to bait out the wall from Na'Vi, so big util being wasted just with one clone. So I'm
out of Euro value, we'll see if there's able to continue that, if he will even choose to go into that pick on Split. I would expect that he would, seeing that it's been by far what he's looked the best on, but we will see.
Yes, he was a Euro 1 trick on Season 2, and I think he's a little happy that Euro got a little buff for Season 3, and it shows that he's really comfortable with that Euro.
As we're getting our final ready checks from our teams, it'll be once again Na'Vi starting on the attack and DFM starting on the defense. We'll see how these teams choose to approach this map. We'll also see how Na'Vi continue to work with their newest edition of Kenny S, who looked more comfortable so far this series than in the Team Slug Show series, but still not enough so far to get them a map win with him.
Yeah, he was having some nasty shots, but maybe work on the teamwork a little bit. You know, it is game 2. A lot of pressure. You know, this is for playoffs, so great time to start your career in PCMT. Fight for that playoff spot.
As it's looking, DFM going for a pretty similar look to map 1. As are both teams, although it looks like Na'Vi looked to be foregoing the traditional Sentinel in favor of putting Linus on the Phoenix. See if he's able to get a bit more active with that pick. Although, of course, not actually selected yet, so it could be a bit of trolling, but...
He baited the Phoenix on map 1, so...
Did he? I see.
So I don't believe that pick until I see it.
Teklo Yoru, I have no trouble believing, especially now that he's locked it. And yeah, it is DFM going once again for that exact same comp. Split and Lotus playing quite differently as maps, but I guess DFM, you felt good on map 1. Keeping that comfortable roles for everyone might be the way to go for them. And Linus is in fact locking in this Phoenix.
Oh boy.
He earlier in the season, I don't remember what game it was, but he was getting some diabolical Spectre run and gun kills on the Phoenix on Pearl. So, you know, he has been known to get value on this pick, although how much of that was actually the Phoenix game plan, how much of that was him running around and getting RNG will remain to be seen. But anyways, Kenny does seem to be pretty comfortable on this Viper pick. We'll see if he's able to get more value on the Lurks on Split than he was on Lotus.
Yeah, Linus is the, you know, he's more of a confident, like, it depends on his confidence, he can shoot. He has had some good performances, so, you know, if you want someone to be that hype man, Linus is the guy, especially with that Phoenix, so.
Linus has had some great performances this season, and he's also had some horrendous performances. Some of those can be chalked up to hotel Wi-Fi. You know, not much you can do about that. Not exactly sure what setup he's playing with today, but didn't look all that rough on map 1. We'll see if he's able to lock in on this second map.
Yeah, you know, I like the Phoenix. Maybe try to help Knight out more, getting into the sites. You know, they were a little struggling on the attack side, so you know, maybe having Linus just help Knight out could help them. You know, get this map win and go to a map 3.
We will see if they're able to do that. Looks like Na'Vi mostly grouping up towards this B site. Kenny going to be lurking towards A with just the Sheriff, so not electing to invest any util into the pistol round. If you were a fan of Gen G in 2024, you may know that that actually tends to work pretty well, but we'll see how it goes for him in this round. He will be facing into Masao and Longclaw.
And as
All the
we've
rest of the
known,
team.
Masao is deadly with that bandit, so I want to see that Masao bandit.
See how it goes. We'll see if Na'Vi have been watching any of those glorious Lev VODs for this B main default. Instead, just aggressing pretty heavily. Already drawing out the stun from JP. Gets a shoulder shot onto Cassandra, but no kill committed just yet. None of the Vice util broken yet, though. In fact, Masao winning out the fight towards A against Kenny, really limiting Na'Vi's options now. They are walking up through mid. Linus spots out Hascan. Knight able to clean up the trade on it. Kata gets a pick onto JP and B main. Longclaw not expecting everyone to be just jumping into vents with him. Linus uses the hot hands to heal up, gets a little bit of chip damage onto Knight, who is we'll see if that actually matters in the end, but it's all down onto Masao and Teklo now.
Step 1, get vents control. Step 2, molly your team. Good job, Linus.
Last
Is
player
following
standing.
that out. Teklo unable to react quickly enough onto Kadeg, who does get the pick, and suddenly it's all onto Masao, who would need an ace clutch in order to win this round. Doesn't get spotted out by the hunt just yet. And Kadeg not looking for him in heaven, but shots eventually do connect on Knight, gets the dink onto Kadeg, cleaning it up, but not expecting Linus's position in hell, jumps straight into the arms of death, and Linus cleans up the much-needed pistol round. Not much needed, but much appreciated pistol round for Na'Vi.
Step at a time. Linus just with that frenzy. We were
Actually
talking
have
about
to go take care of something. I will be back hopefully soon. Good luck.
so you guys are stuck with me, guys. This is gonna be a play-by-play and color cast case bar, so this is gonna be fun. Na'Vi doing the same play. This time KDS had some support with Knight, but Na'Vi getting slowly that garage control. Little whiffy there, little damage, trying to prevent that that orb, but they still were able to get the orb. Ooh, Kenyas was able to recover with the stinger. Hascan getting Cassandra down, Spike down in mid. Pinoy coming in. Knight with the judge. Knight not looking at his corners. Longclaw with the classic right click. No backing off, but Tekla and Longclaw being pinched. It's a 3v2 now. A side is open. Little juggling from Kenny S, trying to prevent DFM to get some guns. Now just DFM just try to do some damage, try to get some picks, try to do some econ damage here.
One enemy
JP,
remaining.
Kenny S getting JP, 3K for Kenny G. Kenny S, actually, not Kenny G. And Linus preventing the 4K. But second round goes to Na'Vi. Longclaw doing a good job with that right click. Knight, doing the Knight thing, so just not being able to see a corner and gets punished. But luckily Na'Vi was there to clean up and get that bonus. That impact bonus. Same play coming out from Na'Vi, just pushing the B. Paranoia coming in but Linus getting JP, getting the gracious on that garage push. Longclaw getting trying to get some spam damage. Linus using the running back, but Housecan there able to spray him down. Tekla getting Kenny S on that A push. But Tekla's behind Na'Vi. Little whiffy, but was able to get out with the Yoru TP. Right now, DFM trying to control the mid, try to control B, and Na'Vi a little scared there. Electing to go out and see what other options they have. Tekla's good to see him. Likes to get out. Knight rushing in. Hascan getting Linus there. Knight still trying to get the vents, but Cassandra getting Hascan. Oh, Tekla getting one. But Masao there being able to trade Cassandra. That's a buy round from DFM. So far, DFM is looking good. You know, good on the rifles. Teglo being able there to pinch Na'Vi on that B push, and still Navi's doing the same strat of having Kenny S push A and 4 push B, but this time it likes to try to push some mid. On clock trying to spam out.
Portal
Kenny is
closed.
a little pushing on the ramps. Masao looking at it. Go fight right now. Han coming in. Tekla shoots it. Masao able to see Kenny S with that prowler. And Kayla baited out the wall for
Portal closed.
Hascan. Teglo elected to back out of the smoke. Masao being a little pushing on the A. Oh, not getting the kill on Teklo. Masao, is he ready for the push? Unable to get anything. JP being there to trade out Cassandra. Avi pushing out the A side. JP. Oh, but gets killed by Kenny S. Right now, a 2v4. Oh, 1v4. Knight was able to get Long Claw on the push from Vents. Now it's up to Hascan, who elects to save, which smart move. Don't give any ult orbs to Na'Vi, but it could be a Dementia he may push. We don't know. Good adaptation from Na'Vi was just pressuring out the map, being able to bait out the wall, Knight going to mid, getting Teklo, and then Masao a little over push on the A side by himself, and oh, Hascan likely to be alive. So 3-1 to Na'Vi.
Launching force.
Watch your eyes.
Right now, 5 pushed on B garage. Little slow, trying to, but this time DFM pushing out the A, realizing no one's here. So now it's up to Hascan. He'll have to hold down the site. Nightfall coming in, being able to spot out Hascan. Just been chased down by Knight. Right now, Kenny has a backstab on the Longclaw, but Longclaw is looking at that angle as a possibility. JP, oh, Cassandra getting another JP, but Longclaw being able to kill Kenny S with that Spectre. It's 4v3.
Here.
Teklo, line is it, spotting Teklo. Flash coming in,
Last player
but
standing.
K-Deck. Good post-plan hold from Na'Vi, 4-1. That was an eco from DFM, but you know, now 5 Phantoms coming in.
Just let me know when. Oh, welcome on in. We're all here.
We're all here.
They really want to attempt a fast B, honestly, with the defaulting that they want to really go aggressive melee towards B. They made an attempt and unfortunately didn't quite work out in their favor. Now it's just up to Longclaw having to hold off against 3 potential players they still consider to end here. Already won an entry through, trying to find the Omen. Completely surrounded in every way possible, blinded up everything. And they find it, but the spike is still committed in A. I guess they're willing to just go for the kill here, but potentially a little overzealous depending on if Misao can manage, but has been spotted out. Likely gonna get dove by all 5 members here of Na'Vi. Well, not quite dove, you know, having kill will work out too, but that's a 5th round for them.
I'll outshine all their radius.
A different Na'Vi coming from on split against compared to Lotus. Just, yeah, I think just better pushing the side and DFM just having 2 people on the side and just get overwhelmed by this push of Na'Vi.
Yeah, I think their conditioning's been working really well so far, and I mean, you'll be able to see it now with the attempt at them just trying to push out B with the guns, and it just didn't work.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
That's all good. We just got into a tech pause
pause.
for some reason. Ah, okay, so it actually is a gear one.
Mouse issue.
Well, it wasn't going to be the internet this time, so. Goodbye.
Dementia has been banished to the back rooms because we are so back, because I am back. Or something.
That was my short of a play-by-play and color casting, you know? It was alright.
I'm
Give
sure
a seat to
it was awesome. I didn't hear any of it because of reasons, but you know, happens. What the heck? Why is Ascent here? Where is this? What?
I never seen this before. You can see a sand from here?
It's in the little, the cubby. What?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
spray.
it's a spray. I
No,
was
we never heard
unaware
that.
of the spray. Yo, it's a window. That's sick.
Yeah, I've never seen that spray before in my life.
The Viper's tongue? What the hell was that? Oh my god. Anyways. Navi
So
appear
far-
to have done fairly well in my absence.
So far, it's been the same strat as we see in Navi and Lotus. It's the 4-man push onto side, but this time with a Phoenix, and it's showing much better with the push. Now you gain good value with that, with the Neon, and DFM just being overwhelmed.
Nice to hear it. It's Viper's Teeth. Excellent. And it looks like we have ready checks from both teams now. DFM onto a bit of a lower buy. Okay, this is awesome. Loving this.
2 bandits.
As we head back
Stinger,
into
and Lucky.
round 7, yeah.
Watch your eyes.
DFM sending it down mid. The blind from Linus is good though, and the molly from Kenny also effective. Knight knows the position of Misao, runs into the smoke, but finds Longclaw. Linus actually doesn't. It's all on the pass scan with the Bucky. 3 bullets left, fully blinded up, not able to see anything, and Linus gets a 3K on the round. Clean anti-eco by Na'Vi.
Y'all better keep
Just
up.
Navi knowing DFM was gonna do something mid. The whole team was just there, just with the Uto, and valuable attempt from DFM pushing mid. But
Yeah, really like to see that Na'Vi were ready for that mid push though. The blind from Linus really killed any plans that DFM had. DFM do have 5 ults this round, so we'll see if they're able to make use of any of them, whereas Na'Vi do have the run it back and from the shadows. Pushing B main early. Teklo spots out Linus. Position noted, and is going to be mollied out. Gets the dink onto Kadek though, and JP gets the pick. early default kills going the way of Na'Vi, and Hascan gets a second on Tonight, who's not expecting them to be peeking there. Cassandra does get the trade on Masao. Na'Vi not out of the round just yet, but DFM in an advantaged position, again with Vice, Yoru, Omen, and Neon ult to work with. 3 of those, the potential to be very high impact. Omen ult can also be useful to get info around the map. See how they choose to invest those as the round continues. Not sure if Longclaw was able to hear those steps in spawn or not. Interesting wall there from Kenny. Not sure it's supposed to look like that, but works out in the favor of Na'Vi as Cassandra able to get the pick on the Longclaw. Linus now investing to run it back. Team blinds Kenny, but it doesn't end up being an issue. Teklo, Linus, I guess, not expecting him to be there, and Teklo now using his ult to stay alive and gather info for the rest of the team. All
He's
3
coming out of
members
the
of
ult.
Na'Vi grouped up onto
Planted.
the site, and a rare, reasonable place to get out of the ult from Teklo.
One enemy remaining.
JP, though, not expecting Cassandra to be in that corner. It's a 4K from her to clean it up, and a round that looked rough to begin with for Na'Vi is cleaned up quite nicely.
What the cack from Cassandra? All for you,
Mom.
Valentia.
Mom, can we have Ulysses? No.
Can we have Ulysses at
at home.
PCMT?
We have Ulysses at home.
This
Ulysses at home.
is the team
Anyway.
of version of Ulysses.
Navi, something like that.
Aw.
Navi only investing the Phoenix ult, and that DFM really would have liked to have them see them invest more to close out that round. That stun, though, from JP is excellent. 2 stinger kills coming out from K-Dag. Teklo gets another one. All of a sudden, it's onto Cassandra, the hero from the last round, and Kenny S, who will hear Hascan up in heaven and does get the pick, but Cassandra about to be fighting World War VII here.
Enemy
Longclaw.
remaining. Spike down B.
Cassie not expecting the position. Kenny does hear the positioning of Teklo, who manages to get away for just a second, but gets the pick on the jump. Very impressive. But the rest of DFM now grouping up. The high-low unable to be broken by Kenny. And that's a good, not quite thrifty round from DFM.
Teklo, little Dementia there looking at the wall there. For some reason, was looking at the wall. But good aggression from DFM, just using that paranoia stun combo on that garage push.
Yeah. Also, Linus and Cassandra, after a fairly quiet map 1, both having heavy impact so far. On 1 kill per round. Stuns traded out by the Neons. Knight back on his judge again. Everyone loves this. Zao spams through the smoke. Counter spam from K-Dag. No one finds anything. Longclaw does spot out the gun barrel of Kenny.
Bring them down.
Cassie and Kenny running at JP and actually pinched on from sight by Knight.
Down B.
K-Dag spams Masao through the smoke. Knight has the Raptors position, and Longclaw has to give the space up now. Hascan maybe not
Hascan can win
expected
this.
just yet by Kenny, but hasn't been able to spot him yet either. Both of these players are low. Gets the first pick onto Knight, rather. Kenny drops to the safety of the site, but on very low HP. Could go down. Spots out Hascan. Drops down the poison orb. Viper's Pit will now be dropping from heaven, but strong positions here from the Na'Vi players, and GFM not really capitalizing off the timing of that Steel Garden. Flash is good from Teklo, but not clearing the position of Kenny. Linus gets the pick onto Teklo in heaven. Hascan gets the dink, but unable to clean it up. K-Dag with the final kill, and Na'Vi back to their winning ways, 8-2.
Don't start resting. Still work to do.
DFM, they're getting a little confused of Navi's push. Navi doing the 3-2, 3 on garage and 2 in mid, and Masao using the Nightfall, but then completely ignored Garage, and Kade was able to punish Marcel looking away from Garage. Kenny is
and
using that Viper's Pit
I
pretty
honestly
well
think
to.
that was... Sorry, please continue. My bad.
It's okay.
Anyways,
Start.
the round do be starting. Be already using the stun to delay. So gets a bit of tag damage onto Linus and some more onto Knight for free.
Oh, Teklo.
Teklo, bit lost in the sauce there, swings a corner with just a shorty out. Manages to make it out with his life, but space taken by Navi off the back of it. Ascan, maybe doing enough to bait for Teklo, not quite. Cassandra is fast on the snap there. Taken down low by the shorty shot, but not low enough to kill. There's the 3
Teklo.
rifles left alive for DFM.
Teklo, I think a little Dementia kicked, and he was looking at Haskan like if Haskan was the enemy there for a bit.
It's interesting. This timing on Knight turns, and JP the whiff. Oh no, that is a rough one.
One enemy
Knight
remaining.
gets a spam through the smoke onto Longclaw as well, and suddenly it's just Masao in a 1v4. Would have to be the
JP
ace clutch.
The GG.
He is still walking towards screens, maybe looking to play exits. Gets the kill onto Kenny, but traded out by Linus. Honestly, think he maybe should have saved there, but
Last
in the end,
round in the half.
the 9th round for Navi.
Pride update, JP type GG after that whiff.
That
New
was-
JP whiff gif has been dropped, guys.
It's a bit of a booming boom. One big boom in JP's brain. Run it back in Nightfall, both online again for Navi.
If Ben was trading this.
Big. Teklo does finally have this Euro ultimate online, so see if he's able to do anything with it. Cassie, though, picking up the op on attack on Fade and gets the pick onto Longclaw, who's contacting into her sightline. Masao gets the spam kill onto Linus, but Kenny somehow... What are we doing? You know, we've seen him get value from those before. It's not the most insane thing I've seen, but it's a head scratcher for sure. Navi do still have to go back to mid to get the spike, and Hascan not actually cleared by Knight, but the trade from Kadeg is good. It's all into JP now. Linus making sure no one was standing in the place where he could see them. JP does hear a lot of these steps here, and if Kadeg isn't careful, could get shot in the back. Linus, though, is looking and will be able to clean up the round, and that is a 10-2 half for Navi.
Switching sides.
Navi. Cassandra just getting the op Phantom, just getting Longclaw off the mid. Just Navi's feeling it. Also, talking about feeling it, Linus, 14-2 with that Phoenix. Just if you want confidence, that's how you want. That's how you gain it.
After press R. We'll see if DFM are able to bounce back now that they're on the attack, but their playoffs chances now looking rough.
Take hold.
Go for some early B main aggression. Knight and Kenny left to handle mid. Kenny actually swinging wide out of there, but no kills going either way. Teklo tag down to about half HP. Kenny on 78. Strong mid hold here from Navi, though. Afghan takes 2 hull damage from that. Kadeg. Paranoia not baited out, still has it to delay. See if Masao is able to get any value out of this bandit. Kadeg doing a great job not giving up any space on B, and the rest of DFM now moving back into mid. It is just Kenny here, but He's a dangerous player for Na'Vi. Knight spots him on the jiggle. Masao, though, gets the pick instead. Now a lot of
30
pressure onto
seconds
Cassie
left.
here.
Find you.
Does spot Masao out, but now swinging.
Gotcha.
Finds Masao. JP gets the trade onto Cassandra in heaven. It's not done yet, but Knight just sending it into the site.
Spike planted.
3 bullets. I have no idea what's happening. Teklo stuck in flowers now.
Player
Longclaw and
standing.
JP get the kills on site, and it's all onto Kadeg suddenly to retake solo from heaven. Does have the light shields. Gets a spot onto JP, not able to connect the kill though. JP running up into heaven, the supporting flash from Teklo there. It's a tough 1v4. Not even able to get the first. Teklo cleans it up with a headshot. And DFM get the start that they absolutely need to keep their playoffs hopes alive.
Masao with that bandit. Tell you he's dealing with that bandit, getting Kenny S, but then decided to reload in front of Cassandra, and Cassandra punishing him for that egregious reload. But also Teklo being like, hey, by the way, the neon is running at the side. You guys take care of that.
I don't know if it was a choice or if he ran out of bullets. But anyways, DFM able to clean up the round regardless. Kenny in a bit of a silly position here. See if he's able to get any value off of it. Kadeg walking down mid, but Longclaw has the covering fire, and Teklo follows up as well.
I'll find you.
Nothing found. Masao caught on the timing with the taunt stuck out. And this is a bulldog here for Kenny. A lot of pressure here with the Viper Molly, but is able to get back to the B site with his life. A lot of low HP on the side of DFM too. See if Kenny chooses to keep this or chooses to give it over to a teammate. As Case Bar said, Haskin walking all the way up through A heaven, and Knight, while he is here with a Bucky, also has no info on where DFM could be going. Cassandra standing next to Teklo. Will she clear the corner? No, she won't, but Teklo will whiff. And suddenly it's on to Knight. Oh, will he be spotted? He will be spotted through the smoke. It is 2 bulldogs, though, for Na'Vi, but HP relatively low on both sides.
Thorns are alive.
Thorns pop to delay. Paranoia. I have my doubts over whether they'll be able to get anything out of this round. Longclaw is very low, so there is a chance that they could get a body down. Andrew using the Prowler, does find Pascan.
One enemy
It's a bit whiffy, but is able to clean it up in the end. Kenny is looking to go down to the spike. Does get Longclaw on his way out. In fact, does get JP as well. So actually a great deal of damage done for Na'Vi, even though DFM do make it out with a round win.
I demand
Yeah.
what I'm owed.
A little whiffy from DFM. Drop Teklo just again asleep on the wheel, but Cassandra with that deadly with that classic. And then also DFM has more map wins than the last time they played Split, so you know, an improvement.
This is true. DFM buying fairly heavily into this, knowing the importance of getting more rounds on the board. JP sending it into Vents with a Bucky. Kenny forced to give up the space as JP dips his toes into a nice little acid bath. Map going fairly quiet though. Bunch of space being taken in B main by DFM, and Na'Vi relatively happy to give it up for now. Play the numbers with the better weapons. Linus on a steep line in heaven. Could spot JP shortly. But Linus, in fact, runs away from that. And DFM will be given a free B site. JP's position not expected. Gets the first with the Bucky. Goes back in for more. Gets a second onto Kenny. Goes back in for more Erg. Finally traded out by Linus, but that's a huge amount of space and numbers advantage given for GFM by JP, especially on that pick onto Linus. Gets another onto K-Deg. And hold on, it's just Cassandra now. Unable to get even one, and that's a bonus conversion now for DFM. Signs of life in them still yet.
What a play from JP, just tucking into that B heaven, and then once he heard Linus rotating, taking that space with the Bucky, getting two with that Bucky. You know, getting Linus and Knight, who are performing on this. But good job from JP.
Yeah, only Linus's 5th death on this map. Navi will be going for a B main fight. Knight fully blinded up by Linus there, but trying to play inside that smoke. Go unspotted if Masao. Let's use a haunt to clear main. Sandra walks out B main, gets the fight onto Hascan, but unable to clean up the kill. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight in B main. A bit of damage traded out either way, but Knight still exposing some scandalous ankle from inside the smoke as Linus chooses this timing to go for the fight. JP, though, gets the cleanup onto Knight, and Longclaw, in fact, gets the collat as Hascan gets the pick on the other side of the map in a flawless victory for DFM. Suddenly, this map looking very doable for them.
Longclaw getting the double there. The Golden Girls. Longclaw, Hascan getting that kill on Cassandra, going a little overzealous on the A, try to get the info, but I like the attempt from Navi there, going aggressive with the Judge, Phoenix. But unfortunately, DFM was kind of ready for it.
Bring them down.
Early info gained by DFM, not taking the space behind the Prowler, though. Just chilling in A main, waiting for a push out from Navi. Seeing if they get overactive. Longclaw, meanwhile, left alone in mid. Sandra, though, gets the first onto JP. Traded at another by Knight onto Masao. A little awkward. No one clearing the haunt there, but still not a lost position from DFM, but a bit of a tougher one to recover than the previous several. Kenny here also on that nasty angle and vents.
Navi pinging that B heaven, like they know that's open, and they should keep an eye on that.
I mean, that's their one gap in the map right now. K-Dig's already taken B main. We'll see if Hascan has his gun out in time. He does, gets the pick onto K-Dig. And they've ripped a hole into the B site. Kenny, though,
30 seconds
the
left.
pick onto Longclaw in mid. It's a 2v3 now. DFM have to convert. Kenny, Cassandra, and Linus. 3 top remaining players on Navi by scoreboard. And investing the Nightfall to clear close under Hell. Kenny, the Molly goes into West Narnia. Not sure where that went.
Nice delay flash from Hascan.
Teklo gets a pick from Pillar. Linus invests to run it back. Cassie gets a pick onto Teklo, though. Hascan cleans up Linus.
Thorns down.
Not unlosable. The flash, though, from Linus is good. Gets the pick onto Cassie, but Linus' trade is good. And what the hell was that? Sorry, there was a weird loud banging in the house. I think someone dropped something. Scared me a little bit, but it's a round win for Navi, who stabilize and bring themselves up to 11.
Yeah, the Hascan getting that kill on K-Dig, opening up the B site, and then again, I think Navi's a little scared from that JP play last time, so they invested the Nightfall just to make sure there was no one holding the CT push.
Not giving any room for shotgun shenanigans. Knight, meanwhile, a shotgun shenanigan. Wait, that like almost is a slur. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Moving on very quickly.
DFM push 4 on garage there.
Bring them.
AP slide out is good. Gets the first pick onto Linus. K-Deg, paranoia invested. Stalls out the push a bit, but Knight spots Haskin, but only has a judge to work with. Gets the stun out.
good.
But Haskin able to get the pick. Spotty spam coming out. Deserved, honestly. And JP, meanwhile, gets a 3K on the site. Kenny's timing may not be expected by DFM here.
Spike planted.
Oh, all good. Gets the first onto JP, but Haskin, the knife in the back.
Can't die yet.
After winning that fight onto Knight with the, well, full stun, full confidence given to take that timing behind Kenny, and DFM, after only giving up 1 round, are back to their winning ways. 7-11. If you need some bad pizza, you can... I'm gonna shut up.
Get a free Slurpee out of 7-Eleven, you know?
Did you see that
Ask
they were
that.
selling like super tall ones or whatever, like Slurpees for their anniversary or whatever? It's like 92 ounces of just pure sugar.
Yes, the 92-ounce Slurpee.
Awesome.
Diabetes in a cup.
Navi back on another low buy here.
Shocking.
Cassie spotted out by Hascan. JP finds K-Deg. Knight's position noted. Will opt to go for this orb and could invest the overdrive here.
Hi, I'm pissed.
And will, for some reason. It's whiffy from Jeklo. Hascan now turning tail and running. Still alive for now. Invests in Thorns. But Knight, after nearly goes down to the Thorns, but manages to keep his life on just 8 HP. Masao, meanwhile, the rest of DFM pushing into the B
Last
site,
player standing.
and it's clean from them on the other side. Knight, very low HP. Weird peek.
Enemy remaining.
Gets 4. He's 8 HP. Please, Masao. Thank you. That would have been devastating. But instead, DFM get up to 8 and bring this within 3 rounds now.
The benefits of Knight just being able with that overdrive get a 4K there, but oh, a little scary there. If you're DFM, yeah, you're a little sweaty there, almost losing to an overdrive.
You're sweating, but even with that round, the economy's still in a fine spot for DFM, and Navi not in a good place. Knight, though, does get the first pick walking down mid onto Hascan. Not sure how many Hascan spotted, and meanwhile, Kenny going for more here. Spots Masao, gets the trade from K-Deg. Navi in an advantage here, but we've been here before, and DFM have been able to clean these up so far. Teklo putting a ton of space out onto B, but not clearing Linus, who blinds himself. All good. Don't need to see to know that you killed him or something. Fascinating. Here we see the wild JP and Longclaw in their natural habitat. A main of split. Knight is jump peeking. JP nearly stuns himself, but doesn't.
Watch out. 30 seconds left. Spike
JP
planted.
taking a bunch of space into elbow. Longclaw not spotted out by that taunt,
Last player standing.
but the crunch onto JP is good. Knight playing a bit ahead of his team here, but instead Longclaw gets the second, but Linus cleans it up for Navi and brings them up to map point, giving themselves 4 chances
We good. We good.
to bring themselves to playoffs on their own terms.
Match
Uh,
point.
Navi pushing down mid, and Haskan wasn't able to get the first kill, and just Navi helped went back and just had all control on B and A. Tekla, if he was looking around the backside of B, got a kill Linus, maybe it was doable, but just Na'Vi had the map control.
4 players from DFM here in A main, and Knight will be here to meet them with the judge. Teklo gaining a bunch of information for them. We'll also spot Cassie in this heaven smoke, trying to get the spam kill, and in fact, JP will connect. Knight, though, with the judge, able to get one, gets out. It's a 4v4.
Kenny has ram
Going
control.
down, Linus investing to run it back. JP, though, gets the pick onto Knight and cleans up Linus's run it back as Teklo gets the backstab onto Kenny.
Player standing.
Steel Garden invested. It's all onto Linus now, who has been fantastic for Na'Vi so far this map, but 1v4 required. Spots the first, gets the first. Spots the second, does not get the second. Masao cleans it up. And now 3 chances for Na'Vi to end this map.
Yeah, Knight with that judge has been a pestilence on for DFM, but DFM using 3 ults there, you know, but was able to open up the site and get the win fairly cleanly. Forces Na'Vi into an eco though, so.
Shadows traveling.
Fascinating. Linus on 19-9-9, 1999, the year 5 years before I was born.
I'm older than
Andrew?
that, by the way.
Spams through the smoke. Unable to connect on anything. That's fine. Didn't want to see that fight anyways.
I'm out of here.
Right. Joining up with Linus now. Numbers are here for Na'Vi, but DFM may be sensing the stack, not going for anything. Cassandra spots JP out in heaven, gets the pick. Long clock. Sees Knight. Knight has yet another overdrive.
Oh,
Is able to connect onto Long Claw. Meanwhile, Tekla goes down to the hot hands. Masao gets one onto Cassandra. Knight, though, gets two on Masao. Kenny cleans it up. And Na'Vi, with that map win, secure their 4th seed spot in playoffs.
Wow. Just DFM running into the stack of Na'Vi. And Na'Vi just, again, beautiful util usage from Na'Vi there. Just the hot hands getting tech low. Knight with that overdrive. He's been deadly with the overdrive this map. Knight has been just deadly here. Unfortunately for DFM, your playoff hopes are dead.
Yep. Unlucky for DFM, but it's a sigh of relief for any Na'Vi fan. I honestly, DFM's attack looked great on that map, but just 2 rounds, not enough on the defense. Obviously, the rest of this match not actually impacting anyone's playoff hopes anymore, but as a formality, we will be sending it to sunset. We'll see if DFM are able to get their consolation prize after this break.
I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way to save them. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way to save them. I'm not
Welcome back. Na'Vi, with their win on Split, have secured their spot in the playoffs as the 4th seed from Group Omega. Of course, we still have to play out this series. Not sure. I did not say Siri. Please don't. Anyways, me when I get rolled by bad AI assistants. Anyways, Case Bars, do you think we're gonna see a serious game here on Summit, or do you think it's gonna get a bit silly now that there's no real stakes here?
I hope for silliness. You know, I want the no intelligence Valorant, and then the Dementia just to clash, just chaos.
We'll see how it goes. You know, I mean, DFM, now that they know that they're not making playoffs, they have nothing to hide here. Na'Vi, it could be in their best interest to, if they have anything prepared on Summit, conceal it for playoffs in case they end up playing it there, but we'll see what they end up doing. Waiting for some players to shuffle around in the lobby, get on the right sides. The fact that the lobby admin cannot do that is hilarious, but you know, small indie company Rito Games.
Yeah, I'm gonna start ranting on stream here.
Of...
Why isn't there just a button to swap attacker defenders? Why isn't that a thing? Anyway, I'm sorry, Desk. Go ahead.
I mean,
you know, this is the first time
we have
one of these
anything
things
more important to talk about. Never mind.
You know,
does.
It's the first time playing Summit, so anything can happen in Summit. Can we see some door kills? You know, I want to see a door kill. You know, please.
That would go hard.
You know, night.
Well, I mean, I hope it's night.
Easy night. You know, I want to see Knight on Neon try to run to the door, and then like Linus just shoots it.
That would go incredibly hard. That
would be funny.
Bring joy to my otherwise actually relatively joyful life, but it's funny to pretend that it isn't. You know how it be.
Can hope and dream.
Linus switched to defense challenge. Very difficult.
Ooh, we got more to move over than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hascan is coaching Na'Vi now? Okay.
Well, I mean, Linus is the only Na'Vi player who has to move. It's just, to make room for Longclaw to get in. He's done it! Incredible. Now, Longclaw move into the attacker's slot challenge.
I have proof.
Well,
Longclaw
we
is not AFK.
Can continue to flame him anyways, because even if he was AFK, which he isn't, as Ian says, he should have been FK, because Ian said 10 minutes, and it's been 10 minutes, so...
Don't
no
have
need.
to. He knows.
He's in the slot.
Don't have to.
Getting ready checks from each team as we look to head into this incredibly meaningful map of Summit.
For the fans. It has to be for the fans.
How is Knight's ping always exactly 118?
Are probably like a
I feel like it's always like it's so consistently that, you know? Both teams ready as we head into this map. They call it Summit because if you add all of it up, you get a movie about a creepy clown.
what?
That's one for intellectuals.
I'm not an intellectual then.
Because, like, you know, when you add things together, the result is the sum, and then there's like the movie It that's about the clown. See, now that I explained it, it's funnier. Because it was really funny to begin with, but now it's like really super funny. Thank you.
Oh, that was
You-
comedy.
Just trying to figure out what their roles are gonna be on this map. Not sure they've actually
Hascan
given all that
Chamber.
much thought to it. Hascan Chamber could be interesting on the side of DFM. Kenny, meanwhile, hovering the harbor. The Masao Jet DFM are getting silly. You love to see it.
We have a chamber.
Hang on, what? You
We
say,
have a
say, that,
Hascan chamber.
say that again slowly? There we go. We got a chamber head-to-head, K-Dig versus Hascan. We'll see how that goes. The Masao Jet has been
Triple duelist.
we'll see
We
how
got
it
triple
goes.
duelist.
Yeah, we've been watching the KRX. We've been watching KRX. We all know how well that went for them. They beat DFM when they didn't know it was coming, so
Tekla Wele also.
Tekla Wele, I mean, that's his other comfort agent, really,
Oh.
other than the Yoru. We'll see.
You know, I like how Dementia is. DFM is just like, you know what? It's our last map. Let's just have fun. Or maybe they have strats that we don't know.
Well, it's not their last map either. They still have to play Entropy.
True. Assuming it happens.
Let's see. What? Why the heck? My loading screen just freaked out. It said fracture at the top, and it was a picture of Haven. However, it has recovered. Once again, small indie company Rito Games making functional software. And at long last, we see the timer moving, ready for the greatest map 3 you're ever going to see. DFM out here with the Raise Jet Waylay comp. Navi.
Or it's gonna be an aggro push on B.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of just running it down from DFM. We'll see if that's actually the case, but so far, Linus here with the flash to receive it. Longclaw saying in chat, Teklo sexy check confirmed. As Longclaw gets the first pick, Hascan gets the second on the night. Linus is still here. Well, that was in mid actually. Interesting TP from JP. You know, massive omen value. Longclaw gets one with the nade. Won't worry about who that was. All good. Hascan looking the wrong way
Spike planted.
as Kenny gets the pick. He's a 1v3 with the Sheriff and is already taken down a half HP. JP playing in the smoke with the Classic, looking to get this right click.
Not ready yet.
Gets it off. And that is a
I can feel their panic rising. Drive it into the...
Uh,
I mean, I can just observe for now if we don't want to draw it out. But amazing.
You know, we wanted to see a rush with this comp from DFM, and we got a round 1. You know, long claw nading Teklo on that push. Beautiful. We'd love to see that. Hascan also deadly with that headhunter, getting 2 there. Good showings coming out of DFM.
Big nade value also coming out from Longclaw.
Yep.
If we were the EMEA replay team, we'd be all over that, but unfortunately, that is magical technology reserved only for UCT.
You know,
I can just
with all the fines that we've accumulated throughout this time casting, I think we could pay for a replay viewer. You know,
I mean, it looks fine on not your end, so it might just suck for you, but it'd be fine. Ian, how does it look for? Okay, it is a certified U problem. Let's go.
looks like DFM is going to do the same strat. Air run it. Air
I
run on
wonder
the
if they're
B
just
side.
gonna run at B every round. That would be incredibly based. I have no evidence to actually say that this will be the case, but it would make me happy because that would be really funny.
It will be funny. Also, a question for you, Fuzzy. If Tickle saturates someone, do I have to do the slow motion?
I mean, it's up to you, but that would be excellent.
Valencia says I have to. Oh well, I have obligations.
Longclaw finds one on two. K-Deg in mid. Masao walks into the B site, finds Linus. JP may or may not be planting. Knight unable to connect with the Bucky. Spike does go down for DFM. Cassandra noted on the flank by the thing that the chamber trip is called.
That's a good question. What's it called?
Player standing. Flawless.
No one actually knows. Anyways, Masao and Hascan both clean up their kills to end the round as DFM convert a flawless anti-eco.
You know, Knight, unfortunately, he's been doing good with the Bucky, but this time the Bucky has failed him. Lost to a stinger.
Gun
Right
here.
update, there has been a question mark.
Gun here.
Linus question has been just
Here.
released a question mark. It was Linus.
Sandra's
it for me?
Prowler notes some presence towards A as the smoke coming out. Knight walks into the smoke, gets two with the judge. JP, though, does manage to get the trade. And my raise is lurking up mid. I suppose if I have two other entry, it just doesn't matter all that much. Cassandra notes JP out towards Dice, who's escaped into connector.
One enemy
Spots K-Deg, but the cover is there from Kenny. It's all onto the Longclaw with the Bulldog and nearly full regen shields.
Weapon here.
Avi,
No one from Navi is expecting Longclaw on their spawn. Actually, Kenny's kind of nope.
The
Never
spike
mind.
is here.
someone's looking. K-Deg's looking. This is exciting stuff.
Left.
Wow.
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 I
Wow.
knew we were better than that.
Knight with that 2K with a judge. Just the Cove there for cover, and Knight there holding it with a judge and getting 2 there.
Whoa, that's nice.
And then a tech pause. Valencia, I blame you. You're like, you know what? This game needs a long tech pause, and then we're having like 2 tech pauses.
This is riveting stuff.
I feel like there's a story behind these bears. You
What is the
know,
story behind these bears?
well, Hot Bear wanted to find love but couldn't reach those heights. So all his pals helped him reach that height.
You know, those bears are the true homies. You know, helping a homie out.
Good news, tech issue has been resolved quickly. We have ready confirmed from both teams, so we will be heading back into the round. Okay. We are unpaused. That is Fade's Teeth, and DFM are going B.
Go back to what worked.
On an off angle here, but spotted out by the Boombot. Gets the first pick on Masao and TPs the heck out of there. Linus, meanwhile, gets another cleanup kill. And Knight gets a pick with the Judge onto JP. Spamming a bit more. Linus ready to flash out of this smoke. Sees nothing. Spike still in control of Teklo. And Hascan is...
Oh!
Got a kill in mid as Teklo does more than he should have, really. Only half cleared. Askan, though, fully blinded up by Linus, and Cassandra coming from the other side gets a cleanup shot. 2 in a row from Na'Vi now.
Na'Vi adapting to that beat push, just having the crossfire set up of having 3 there, and Knight again, deadly with this judge. He's like just waiting that push into his arms.
Na'Vi have 2 ops. Fun fact. My harbor is opping. Let's go.
You want to play? Let's play.
Kadeg also has an op and the Tour de Force out. About to spot Masao in B main. Maybe. Whiffs with the op and TPs the heck out of there. Cassandra peeks into... Oh, I'm just lying, by the way. Hascan was the one who used the Tour de Force. Anyways, Kadeg does clean up the kill on Masao eventually, as Teklo has walked all the way through Link and shoots Knight in the back.
Oh,
All good. Never
Aww.
worried. Perfectly fine positioning. Longclaw is on a great march through Navi's spawn. Will Teklo be cleared here?
yes.
Yes. Doesn't matter. Linus decided to kill him. Can he get out? He sure can. Kadeg here with the op. In fact, Kenny also here with the op. Longclaw is once again, or not again, still in fact in their walls. Doesn't spot Kenny. Here's the step walking away.
You lose.
Kadeg gets one. Senses the presence in his walls, but
One enemy remaining.
unfortunately has multiple walls. And is shot in the back by JP. And he will make it out of the round with an op, though. So, good job. Proud of you.
You know, Hascan with the Tour de Force getting the kill on Cassandra, and then just Tekla pushing that A link, getting the backstep on Knight.
That is what happened.
Right there.
You know, it's short from it. That's why I get paid the big bucks, guys. This analysis doesn't pay itself.
It's awesome. Knight, once again, playing behind dice with the judge. Door closed in the face of Kenny, and Haskin getting the better of Kadeg with the operator. Knight not actually slowed up by the Waylay ultimate and gets pick onto Teklo, who dashes in, expecting him to be slowed. Trade's going either way. Longclaw killed by Cassandra on the site. Linus running back. Picked up. Kenny gets one with the op. My opping harbor has found value with it, and Spidey senses are tickling. Not spotting Haskin though. Linus fighting us out alone in main. Orb maxing once again. Maybe going for the greatest wraparound of all time. Never mind, there's a trip there.
I have the spy.
Maybe going to break it, in fact. Putting the question mark in Haskin's mind that he could have gone back through mid, but will instead be coming back from the main side. And no information. Linus also has no idea, but spots the shoulder of Haskin just in time, gets the wallbang headshot through the wall. Yes, that is what a wallbang is. Fun fact. And Linus will pick up the operator to return to his harbor.
Or chamber. You know, actually, we don't know. We don't know about this. We don't know anything about this.
There, fuck.
Teklo, the Dementia hit him mid dash. Didn't know where to look and just gave his back to Knight. Oh.
I'm not. I wasn't quite sure how Knight dodged that convergent pass, but Teklo obviously expecting Knight to be slowed up, and Knight wasn't. Hence Teklo's confusion.
The Dementia.
Bring them down.
It will be the tour de force coming out from Kadeg, and the op still held by Kenny. Knight jiggling the angle at high speed because he is neon. Gets run down by JP with the stinger instead, and Teklo's all the way up link already. Cassandra in a rough position here. Not noted just yet, but now spotted Prowler giving away her position. Linus gets the pick on Teklo in connector, but Longclaw following it up. Kadeg looked like he might have been expecting someone there, but unable to pull the trigger quickly enough. Meanwhile, Cassandra gets the pick again. Just nonsense back and forth. The whiff from Kenny is unlucky, as Masao does not do the same. It's on to Cassandra and Linus. Yep, DFM have once again sent someone into the back rooms to flank. Masao gets the trade onto Cassandra. Not expecting this position from Linus, though. Was able to clean up the pick. Haskin coming from mid with the op. Coming from cave, rather. Will Linus expect the full wrap?
Left.
Yes. He will. He will get the kill. And not pick up the op for his teammate, because that would be cringe.
You know, I would love the bit of the double op, you know? Just continue it. It's been working. But, you know, it's been an entertaining matchup. You know, a mud here and there. My lurking chamber all the way on B side, slowly working his way at A.
I really enjoy how DFM are taking turns flanking all the way through Navi's spawn.
Yes.
Quite good. Kadeg on the line here. A bit more passive now with the op, but swinging out. Catches Longclaw with util out, but doesn't actually connect on the kill. Linus, meanwhile, running out, and Knight gets 2 with the judge. Balanced gun, by the way. Knight, meanwhile, has gotten 3. Teklo has none HP with left beef. Linus gets the spam through the box, and Kenny gets the kill in mid.
Listen up. Kill them before they kill us.
You know, it was a little close there for Knight to get the 4K.
I think he wanted it, but
he wanted it. He wanted the
Linus
4K.
did not want him to want it, so
The 4K. Okay. For you, Valencia. But you know, Cassandra, you know, prowling A main and then getting the info that the DFM wasn't there and just pushes A main.
It's preamp from K-Dag under the high angle. Longclaw is once again my lurking raise on the B side. Light has been given a pocket by Kenny. Not sure if that was on purpose, but he is there. Cassandra finds Teklo in mid.
Longclaw.
Longclaw is just in B. Linus has not noticed. Knight does get the pick from his weird corner on
Spike down A.
B. Will Linus go the correct way to catch Longclaw?
Oh, he knows. He pinged him. Going for the knife. Ah.
I'm not sure he actually spotted Longclaw. I think he just his spidey sensors were tingling, but either way, he gets the kill in the end.
10K fine for shooting the body and teabagging. You know, we will get a replay viewer. One day.
This is a game.
You know, it's a fun game.
Sandra Prowler's A main sees nothing and picks up the ultimate orb for free. Meanwhile, there are 19 people from DFM in B main. And Longclaw will get the kill, but not before going down to Kenny. Meanwhile, the rest of the trades going the way of DFM on site. K-Dag hasn't seen anyone yet with the operator. Teklo spots Cassie out on the flank.
Spike planted.
K-Dag finally sees one and is able to connect the kill. JP close on the angle with the judge, though. It'll be tough for K-Dag to clear. Somehow gets Longclaw. Spots out the position of JP, and suddenly Cassie thought JP TP'd across the site. He didn't. He was just in the same place. Here's the footsteps now. And JP is able to clean up the round with the judge. 3K for him.
You know, Masao was almost close to dying to that door. I want to see a door kill.
Maybe, I don't remember what VCT team it was, but they, I want to say it was like Sen or C9, but they pioneered the, instead of the Abyss jump off the map after you've lost pistol, the bonk yourself on the head with the door.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yeah, but that wasn't on purpose. Anyways, K-Dag gets the pick onto Hascan in mid. And the Shadow's invested somewhere. Not quite sure where, because I wasn't paying attention. Trades, though, going either way as K-Dag gets a second in mid, and Kenny...
Ow.
puts a wall up. And I'm not going to talk about the last thing that happened there, because that made me feel sad.
Yeah, JP ulted onto top mid on the door, and then Kenny was there waiting for him on that 1v1. You know, fun map. This has been a fun map.
They look to be trying to punish the early peak here.
Triple op coming from Alvi.
Flick not there from K-Dag, but Cassandra able to clean up Hascan. Still going forward. Here's Longclaw on the side, and Sao jumping up the ledge. Cassie runs out of bullets. Remember, switching to your secondary weapon is always faster than reloading. However, eventually does go down to Masao, but the cover is there from K-Dag as Knight pops the overdrive. JP now has the op. maybe got a leg on Toad? Nice. Oh, wow. You need to get that kill, bro. Thank you. Longclaw eventually cleans him up with this stinger, and it's into a 2v2. Masao, though, on none HP with left beef. And Kenny is flanking.
A flanking harbor. You love to see that.
Here's the trigger discipline. He wants to get both. Spots the first.
One enemy remaining.
And gets both.
Your journey ends here.
Navi clean up the half 8-4.
Switching sides.
We'll see if DFM will look better on defense.
Looking better on defense with a triple duelist comp. Yes, sir.
Well, you know, they
Sage
might be able
search
to
up on the
pull
internet.
a page out of the Team Liquid book of turn your defense into offense and run at them. I don't know that Navi will fall over in the same way that Fnatic do when that happens to them, but we will find out. Two of the duelists are here on the right side of the map. Meanwhile, four shorties on the side of Navi.
Oh.
One kill for the shorties. Two kills for the shorties. K-Dig is cheating. He is the headhunter. 3 kills for the shorties.
It's a 2v2.
2v2, and looks like Navi will be able to get their plant down. See if they're able to get into any funny corners to find value from the shorties. Ascan spotted K-Dig like 3 times, but it chose pacifism. Tekla, meanwhile, gets a spam through the box, and Kenny has given himself the Thunderdome to play within. However, looking the wrong way, and Ascan shoots him in the back. The 4 shorty by, not sure why, but not finding success that round.
Weapon
You know,
is so personal, no? You pick
Navi
a
was
gun
like,
and
you
it
know
tells
what?
me who you are.
A 4-man push
No,
on
maybe the
attack has
issue.
been working.
Maybe the issue was that K-Dig didn't commit. I think they needed 5 shorties in order to
Probably,
really clean that
yes.
round up.
I mean, it kind of worked, you know. They fought on A main, and then once they got into the postman, they could just set up with
Navi
the
are
shorties.
stinger forcing, by the way.
And then
and
Knight,
Knight has
of
a
course,
bucky.
with the book.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Knight has a stinger.
Shortcut.
4 of them are on light shield, so Hascan does have the chance to do a lot of damage to this outlaw. Instead, he will go down to Knight running at him. Teklo not cleared in that corner and will get 2. Masao just running through this smoke. Bit whiffy, but has the dash proc, so is able to get out. Meanwhile, Kenny has picked up a bulldog. That prowler did something, couldn't tell what. It's a 3v3 retake. Navi, though, fighting into the spawn, but not spotting JP, who gets the double stinger spray down. Tagged down a bit. Tries to kill his teammate. It's a bit whiffy from Kenny, but hashtag winnable, as Masao is just full sticking as a treat. That was full stuck. And DFM close out the round.
Oh, that's fun. The Masao shooting his teammate, and then Linus and Cassandra not clearing the corner, giving JP the 2K.
Oh! Bear school. Is it a dance class? They're like all leaning the same way.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
One of them fell over. Unlucky. Meanwhile, Navi going for their second stinger force of the half. Surely it'll work this time, right? They have got the first pick onto Masao. Knight jumping around. Linus Flash makes it all the way around the corner somehow. Gets the first and... Ugh.
Whiffy.
That's rough, buddy.
Please, door kill. Oh.
Instead, JP will find the cleanup kill, but
One enemy remaining.
Jadeg gets 2, and Navi, after forcing the second time, if at first you don't succeed, do it again and it works the second time, is the saying, I think.
Another 10k for shooting the body and teabagging, you know? Definitely getting the replay viewer.
Hey, we didn't say what currency, though, by the way, all these fines.
Good news, Knight has a judge.
True.
Gotta go. Grenade.
Navi pushing out of A main, Knight. Judge greater than Bucky, apparently. Longclaw vacating the A site as he hears literally everyone who's ever existed running at him. Teklo spams through the smoke, clears the Prowler, but doesn't find any damage onto the players of Navi. Meanwhile, Kenny S planting.
Planted.
Teklo does get the hinder onto Cassandra, but it doesn't matter. She gets the headshot onto Teklo, and Knight is now in a smoke with a judge.
Come to the
That was
smoke,
also
guys.
flanking. I don't know if he was able to smoke past the trip. Looks like maybe something along those lines. Knight swings wider with the judge. Linus cleans up the final kill onto Longclaw. Masao, I don't know how that bullet hit, but it did. Gets the first onto Knight. That's really the important one, but Cassandra, with the assistance of Linus's wall, gets the final kill onto Masao. And Navi are up 10-6.
Navi just same thing what they've been doing in this series, just running it down. Knight with the judge, just he's being set up to succeed. You know, Kenny is putting down the cove and then inviting people to come into the smoke and face the judge.
Be right back.
Big A main fight. Knight fully blind, doesn't matter. Uses the judge, sliding around now with the overdrive. Hindered, but unpunished so far. JP trying to stay alive on the site. Nearly gets spammed through the smoke by Knight. However, is able to timing the smoke somehow. But eventually does get the kill. Unable to clean up either of the second two, though. Hascan is flanking and has got one with the bandit, but once again, Knight sliding around with the judge. Glorious gameplay. Precise gunplay, might I add. And, Navi get their 11th.
Good attempt from JP. Just got a good timing, but unable to be a little accurate there. But what's the story behind this?
This is an attempted murder. Anyways, Navi looking to run it down A here, Longclaw. No idea
Follow
what that
yourself.
bounced off of. That doesn't make any sense to me,
stretch.
though. Teklo used the converted path. Knight all the way in sight already slides away from Masao, out of the range of the judge. A bit whiffy from Linus, and DFM have won out on all fronts of this fight so far. Kadeg gets one with the outlaw, completely whiffs the second. Teklo cleans that up, and it is now all on to Kenny, who is run to the other site with the spike.
Long claw, the judge failed him. He's not Knight.
He is up in heaven.
Door kill, please.
Defense
Can we get a door
have
kill?
not closed the door. Masao spotted him, though. Swings all the way back out, now spotted. Finds Teklo. Uses the ult while falling, and Teklo is able to clean that up. Massive value
Thanks.
as Teklo gets his defuse and gets halfway back to the convergent path.
Oh, it's
The heck is
Longclaw.
this?
I think it's a training simulator. I think we've seen that on the
Oh,
cinematics.
that's where it is.
Isn't this
Oh,
one of the
fun.
new Overwatch control maps?
Overwatch?
Underwatch.
I'm glad no one heard
You want
that.
to play? Let's play.
The trend of defensive smokes players opping continues as JP picks it up now for DFM. So,
Ooh.
has singed toes, but manages to timing Linus and Knight through mid. K-Egg, though, does get the trade back. Glow has walked through the smoke. The greatest chamber 1v1 of all time just took place. Don't worry about how many shots just went off. It was only the last one that mattered. Longclaw on site with the judge. Does finally get his judge kill. Kenny fully blinded up, but not noted just yet. Hang on a second. This is getting silly. Longclaw says, oh, boing. Kenny says, goodbye. And the spike says nothing because it hasn't been planted yet, and it only makes noise once it has been. Longclaw peeks with judge out, decides never mind, runs back to site. And I'm not sure Hascan's position will be predicted by Kenny here. Yes, it will, but
I would apologize.
luckily
to them, but
Hascan is fast on the draw, gets the cleanup shot, even manages to grab the op. And DFM
They're
bringing
coming
it back.
That chamber off in mid, you know, cinematic combat on in PCMT. Finally, Longclaw, you know, the judge actually helps him this time.
He needed that.
He needed that, yes.
Don't miss me too much.
Well, Teklo already proccing the go back thingy, uses it even though he was standing in the exact same place, gets a pick onto the Knight, Linus trades out Masao. Teklo takes a bit of a position in backside. If anyone from Navi chooses to push past or through this harbor wall, there's a chance Teklo could get someone. Meanwhile, Longclaw finds a kill with the nade, this time not his teammate. K-Deg trades Teklo out. Linus up a bit further than Hascan was expecting.
I'm too far.
K-Deg blinded up. And Longclaw gets the kill. Indra up. I'm so excited to watch more of this map, guys.
Hey, we wanted an entertainment summit. We got an entertaining summit, okay? As we see a slow drop from this.
That's tech. I needed to steal that.
You know, Longclaw, really nice nade, just getting the kill on Cassandra as she was planting, and an aggro hold on B. Very good job from DFM.
JP looking to smoke off his opper in mid, as all good smokes players do. And it works out. Hascan gets the pick onto Cassie from the connector, but my attack opping Harbor able to get the trade back. However, duelists of KRX, I mean DFM, able to trade out on site, and it's onto Linus and Kenny to break their way into A. Smokes are up. Teklo hiding behind this box. Will he be cleared? Never mind, he walked out from behind it and got shot in the face. Linus flashes through the smoke, but doesn't push through it. Ones are being given, but Kenny does have the op and will have the advantage, seeing as he was not peeking onto the angle. Linus spots Longclaw out in cave, and Navi get up to map and series point of this very meaningful map 3.
Canny. Just showing that you could opt with the Harbor. Don't do this at home, guys. Don't do this in your ranked games. But Kenny's doing good with the op. Nice.
Oh no,
cinematic
don't go up
field.
here. It takes like 10 minutes to get up. We did it during a tech pause before. Oh, I forgot. Anyways, Na'Vi running it down mid and B main simultaneously. There will be players from DFM to meet them here in mid. However, Knight is in a smoke with a judge.
Hitting the brakes.
Echo, that's the thingy that's called. Sandra gets a pick on him. Sao. Echo does use the converted path. Knight is slowed and unable to convert the kill with the judge. Teklo TP's back straight into where he was before, but without his gun. And it's all onto Haskan to convert this 1v4 with the up. Can he do it?
We want to see
Bob
more.
Builder says yes. That's one. And that is no more, because Sandra cleans it up. Na'Vi eventually take the series 2-1. Well fought early on from DFM, but unfortunately for them, they will not be going to playoffs. It will be Na'Vi in that 4th slot from Group Omega. And, yeah. I mean, first 2 maps were awesome. I kind of got lost in the sauce on the last one, but happens.
You know, good attempt on the KRX comp from DFM. Unfortunately, not that well off on the attack. This is an attack-sided comp, but you know, on the defense, there was some mud. We wanted to see some fun.
It was a bit muddy.
But that's what DFM does.
The harbor
bring you down to the-
op was glorious, and I want to see more of that from DFM, from Na'Vi rather, come playoffs.
Yes. And looks like we're getting Kenny and Kadic for the interview.
How exciting! Hooray!
I want. You know, we're gonna talk about the 2
Actually, I
maps,
haven't
but
actually Kenny ever. This is exciting.
I think, you know, we're gonna talk about the summon more. I feel like it about like that 4 shorties push on attack.
Oh well, you know that's where the hard hitting analysis comes in. I'm sure that was a strat they planned up for months and months.
Oh yeah,
like even before the map came out, they were like, "Oh yeah, attack pistol on this new map, whatever it comes out, it's gonna be 4 shorties."
13-9
They lost.
scoreboard.
I really think they
13-9
needed to commit
first
to the
kills.
5. Really needed to commit to the 5 shorties in order to make it. Yo, it's levitating pizza guy. Never mind, he's gone.
The 13-9 first kills, exactly like the scoreboard. That's funny.
And do you wanna send me to the Shadow Realm and replace me with Valencia so I can sleep? Let's go.
W. Hey, look, it's me. Hi, guys.
Look.
I hope my observing wasn't complete garbage. I mean, it was okay, I guess. It was
Especially
alright,
on that map 3, it was just chaos. So you did good on that
Yeah.
chaotic.
I kind of just embraced it at that point. I was trying to find like one certain room, but I couldn't remember where the hell it was. So it happens. It happens. All right, we have
hello.
Kenny
Can you guys hear
in.
me?
Hello, Kenny. Welcome
sir.
on in.
Hello.
We're still waiting. Are we good on Kata? Yeah, we're good on both. We're good on both. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome on in. Congratulations on the winning. Congratulations on
Thank you.
playoffs. I want to open the floor mainly to Kenny first, obviously, because you're the 6th man on this team. Officially, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Subbing in for Stingray. Didn't have the best performance, obviously, getting indoctrinated into the first match against Team Sluggshow, but, you know, you were able to find your groove this time around.
Yeah.
How's the adjustment been?
Honestly, I think we just like played a little more throughout the week, and then just I think it's just me understanding how everyone plays, and then just getting used to their play style, so I can play around them better. first game it was just kind of like I was kind of doing my own thing, and then I couldn't really help out the team as much. So.
I mean, I in a way I do understand that, but at the same time, you also have to admit this match was a bit how do I put it, gluey on both sides. So, Kata, I'll give the question to you. How did the glue really set in? I mean, you guys dropped the first map and then you come back with a split and then whatever that summit was.
Honestly, we just kind of thrive in that kind of space of like that chaotic, just kind of, just like let our people make plays, let us just kind of do our own thing and kind of just like play off of each other, kind of just have like good instincts, and kind of like what Kenny said, like we do play with each other a decent amount, so like we just kind of know how to play off of each other a lot of the time without even calming.
No comms does sound a little bit interesting. I'm assuming they were turned off for Summit, I would imagine, correct? Surely.
Oh, they weren't turned off, I can tell you that much.
So then, you know what? Paint us that one, okay? Like, you guys, okay. Split was well fought. That was the one map that you guys needed, because technically, you just needed to win that one map in order to secure playoffs. So tell us what the vibes were like after, confirming playoffs, going into Summit. How were the vibes there?
They were great. Me and Knight and Linus were like talking about anything but the game.
I was a bit checked out.
Guessing, getting, I don't know where they were kind of just no comment, just doing whatever.
I guess that actually segues into the next question I actually had, because you did have Knight subbing in, obviously. Very particular with being your one, not just your single duelist for at least the first map, but nearly just using a shotgun, but did bring out other guns. How did it feel, at least having Knight coming through?
We love a shotgun neon just running it down. Let's be real. That's all you can ask for in this game.
Yeah, that one was at least fun to show. I guess I am a little bit curious now, because you guys have played No Lotus twice this week. Hasn't really gone too well. Do you have like anything you want to like comment on that? Like, feel like, okay, like we're looking into it, or just like where do you feel the problem has lied there? Is it just L map, or?
I mean, first map was definitely more like roles wise, like last week. And then like this week, I definitely think we found more so the roles, just more so just getting reps on the map, or like just getting good reps. And just like learning how to more play like the defensive side probably a bit better is probably where we mainly struggle.
Our attack was a lot better than earlier this week.
Yeah, our attack was so it was week by week improvement.
Yeah, we did throw a few rounds. There was definitely still that out there. We just like over committing to fights like in the early round when they're down on guns, and it's just like, oh, those are rounds we could have won, and maybe give us a pistol and we might have had that map. I don't know. Our pistol win rate has been horrendous.
You're terrible on pistols.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is your last match out of this group, and I mean, you have plenty of time to work on your pistols or anything else going into playoffs. Going in, is it confirmed 4th seed? Do we know confirmation on that, or?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I think so.
Pretty sure. Yeah. So unfortunately, guys are in the losers bracket, but you'll tear up whoever's there surely. Okay, as far as anything you want to add in here, any more Quattro Cas?
I was saying the Kotokas for you guys, okay? So I was trying to do my Ulysses, but the line is.
Did you hear any?
No.
Oh.
I was about to do the bark for the bulldog, but little whip.
Ooh.
And, I did not do the brr, brr for Knight. That was my fault, But How you guys came up with the Linus Phoenix? He actually popped off with the Phoenix. How did that came up?
Played it once on Pearl when it was in the thing against EPY, and he like dropped a giger banger game where he just kind of run and gun and killed everyone somehow. And so then like, I don't know, they like playing the Phoenix, and I mean it's just really good right now, just like in general with the meta. And it just kind of just suits how we like kind of just like playing the game, having like the flashes and then like the ult and playing around the orbs and like defaulting around that, and so it just kind of works well.
kind of curious then. Give me some sort of like splitter percentage between like how much of your team is cerebral and how much of it is vibes. Because as we know from the outside, Na'Vi are pretty vibes based. I mean, you guys have got your click, you got your server, everybody but me are in there. But I'm kind of curious what that split is between, you know, actually thinking methodical Valorant and just, you know, letting you guys just shoot the shit.
Honestly, it's kind of balanced.
I feel like it's all vibes. I don't know.
Yeah.
We are not playing smart.
The dichotomy of the 6-man being we're all vibes.
Yeah. Cassie trying her hardest to just call for us, and Linus sometimes would contribute for the mid rounds, and it's just like otherwise I don't know. The
There's some
vibe
stuff
is
said
holding
in
us
calls.
together.
Let's just be glad there's not listeners.
Oh, with someone pulling a pie? Surely not. I mean,
Oh no, it's let's just say things are getting hot and steamy.
actually, that sounds about right. Given that you have Linus in your calls, that makes sense. I should expect no less. No less. Shout out to Fuzzy, you also dropped the low tussie. So.
So is
Well-
Sting lurking in China just to get some VODs in from Chinese Valorant to bring into this playoffs for you guys?
He's also lurking in the stream too.
Oh yeah, hi Sting. I hope I'm
Hey,
doing not a
Sting.
shit job at observing. he could judge it. It's fine. Actually, I'm kind of curious then, because I didn't realize that he was gonna be gone for so long. Is he gonna be back for playoffs, or what's that sort of looking like? Just
I guess
my
it just depends when they start.
that's fair. Well, Stingray, you can let me know when you're back, so we can joke you. Surely. Any final remarks from anybody? Anything you guys want to say? Case bars, Ian, any questions? Quattroca, I guess that's it. Yeah. Kenny, K-Dag, thank you guys so much, and congratulations on playoffs, and congratulations
Thank you,
on
thank you.
the well-fought win.
Good luck on playoffs.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
luck, guys. Well, I mean, all things considered, that is still a banger series. I mean, we have all of our teams for playoffs. I'm pretty sure set now, right? Because it's also set with
No.
Alpha, I'd imagine, or no?
Alpha
No,
is still between Dyslexia and IHOP? Or SSG, yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah, SSG. Okay, yeah, because I know with the head-to-head between TL and RQ, because TL won that, I mean, that confirms RQ aren't there. So, okay, I wasn't sure if it was confirmed TL, but I would imagine with one more, or actually, what is it? So they've played all their matches. It's pretty much down to SSG to win out to. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. And one of those is against RQ, the other is against IHOP. Okay. Okay. So most of it's already painted up, or actually, no, I could just be lying. I could be lying for attention. You guys figured out, but the point is now we have majority of our playoffs figured out. Yeah, just, I mean, waiting on the full sets, obviously, but you've got, I'm pretty sure the set top 4, like, solidified. Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely is.
That's the updated now. I just refreshed the website.
Got it. Okay.
so-
Yeah, because I guess I'm curious for my own sake then. Is there any chance for movement from TS if they go 5-2 or no? So I would imagine, I don't know actually, because I think that last match is against Entropy, I believe. So I don't know if that would do anything, especially with the head-to-head against SPG.
Probably not then.
I'm not too sure. I mean, we'll pull it up anyway.
You know, that's why you tune into Bronze Babble, because they know more than us.
They would know more than us, especially if we do an episode. You know, that'd be kind of heat. But
No. Shout out Bronze Babble, please.
shout out Bronze.
Inform the
Babble.
Timmies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was important nonetheless that we needed to figure out who our 4th seed team was, no matter what, because that is definitely like guaranteed set in stone. But yeah, you'll see all more of this and then some whenever we do another Bronze Babble.
Cough, cough. Nudge,
Cough,
nudge.
cough. Nudge, nudge. But yeah, for now though, Fuzzy has been here. I jump in at the very end because you know what, I'm special, and we've got case parts.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ian for producing once again, and yeah, that's the show today, folks. Do we have a match tomorrow? I believe, correct?
Yes.
All right.
do.
So yeah, tune in tomorrow for another surely banger match. Maybe not as banger as this one, but you never know.
Happy TS.
Team
Team Sludgeshow versus Entropy. So
Okay. So that could have some implication. We'll figure that out, but we'll leave that to them. So for now, we will see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, we're out of here. Bye bye.
Needed to see myself through different